Back with another one, guys. Today let's talk about why I think Base is going to dominate this upcoming bull run, or the bull run that we currently find ourselves in. And what Base is doing that I think is genius and they've always done this, really, Coinbase, that are obviously running Base. They are very much so adapting for normie inflows. And what this means is that they know how most people work when it comes to crypto. Most people are very doubtful when it comes to crypto. They don't trust crypto. They don't know how it works. It's too technical for them. It's a brand new world for them. And as someone who's been in the space for a little while now, I can assure that learning crypto and understanding crypto is actually very difficult. It's complicated. It's a universe of knowledge. And Coinbase understands this more than any other centralized exchange. Any other actor that's actually dominating, crypto, as well as Binance and other larger exchanges, right? And what Coinbase understands better than anyone is that normies do not understand how crypto works. They don't get it. They don't understand the complexity it can have. They don't understand things like seed phrases and stuff like that are like a brand new concept to them. Private keys, addresses, there's so much to learn as a beginner. And this is what Coinbase actually understands. So they adjust to that. So they're launching a smart wallet. It's in the beta phase right now, but it will not have a seed phrase at all. So I was able to set up my beta wallet and there's no seed phrase. There's only a passkey. So the way you log in is, in my instance, it's connecting to Bluetooth and using Face ID as my identification system, but not before scanning the QR code that you've been provided with. So you just pick up your camera, scan the QR code, you connect to Bluetooth, and you just go ahead and verify with your Face ID, and then you're in. And that's all you need. That's the best kind of security you can have, right? Because all the QR codes are unique. And the Bluetooth is obviously, it's not hackable in that sense. And also, Face ID, it's just your face that can get in. So they understand that you have to adapt for normies to get the inflows, and that's what they're doing. They also have the simplest user interface and user experience out of all centralized exchanges. This makes it very easy to navigate their platforms and everything that they're doing. It's very simple to understand. Any normie can open up Coinbase and know how to navigate Coinbase. Whereas if you open up Binance, I remember when I was a complete rookie in the crypto space and I downloaded Binance because I had heard things about it. Cristiano Ronaldo promoting Binance and many other celebs doing so. I downloaded Binance and I had no idea what to do. Everything to me was too complicated. Obviously right now it isn't. I understand how all centralized exchanges work, but in the beginning, when crypto is a foreign concept to you and you download something like Binance, I think it can get very complicated for a lot of people. But Coinbase, they simplify that. So they're smart in that sense. But also, the Base chain has strong memes. They have some that are brand new, such as Brett, which is the leading meme on Base. And then they have familiar memes as well, such as Bepe and Boj, that normies will recognize from possible runs and from crypto in the past as a whole. Boj derives from Doge, and Bepe derives from Pepe, sorry. And they will see that as a familiar concept, and I think those two specifically can gain a lot of volume during the bull run because they are familiar concepts, right? But also, the newer memes are performing very, very well. They're doing super well, and Bread is almost on its way to reach 1 billion. It's not there yet, it's kind of far off, to be honest. It's at 680 million, I think, market cap. But it's not too far off, considering how fast it has grown. I think it's going to get there, most definitely. And another thing that Coinbase is doing is that they will make it available for you to buy tokens on-chain directly from the smart wallet. So you don't have to go into a decentralized exchange and mess around with that. And especially as a normie, that can be very complicated to you. What they will do is they will make it accessible for you to be able to buy tokens on chain directly from your smart wallet, making it even easier for their target audience, which is the normies. You know, Coinbase is mostly crafted for the normies. That's what they are proficient in. They're proficient in adjusting for people that do not have any idea how crypto works. And they make it as easy as possible with the passkey, with being able to buy tokens on chain, having a simple user experience and user interface. They make it very, very easy. And there is no reported network congestion compared to Sol. It's fast and easy to use. And my anticipation is that it may very well even pass Sol. Maybe not very early into the bull run, but I think at the peak of it, I think the volume of Base can actually exceed Sol, especially if Sol keeps performing the way it has with the network and how slow it has been. And let's see how they solve it. Maybe they raise their gas fees. You don't know how they're going to solve it. Obviously, they have a lot of volume. They have the most volume, I think, out of all blockchains. Ethereum may be on top of them right now, but I would say they have the most, but I'm not entirely sure. But obviously, they have a lot of volume. They have very low fees. So people opt in for Sol rather than Ethereum because Ethereum is very expensive. And, going back to Base, I mean, it has low gas fees. People do not want to pay, several dollars just for a single transaction, which is what you're doing essentially on Ethereum. But they make it possible for you to just, buy with low gas fees, so you can trade more actively without losing a bunch of money in the long run. And the fast-paced growth and usage is also a positive. It's been growing like crazy just over the last couple of months. The usage is very large at the moment. So yeah, it's been climbing up the ranks very rapidly. It's already a top 5 chain, and it's gonna go even further in the rankings very soon, I think. And as I said, Base and Coinbase, they understand their exit liquidity. And you just gotta be realistic. The normies are the exit liquidity. Obviously, Coinbase wants to get them in, to make their platform the biggest and make their centralized exchange the biggest. But at the end of the day, they are exit liquidity. They will bring lots of volume into the markets, but they will end up getting wrecked because people who get into crypto with a gambling mindset will never make it. They will get in with a gambling mindset and they will lose a bunch of money, and it's not going to work. So yeah, Base just simply understands who the majority of the volume is going to come from, and that's going to be the normies, because the majority of people on this planet are not in crypto. It's a very small minority that are actually in the crypto space, which means there's so much volume that is not in the market right now, and that is not in the market for most of the time during bear markets, and only come in during the most heated stages of the bull run. These are the people you're waiting for. That's why the smarter money get rich during this period, but the dumb money, the retail, the exit liquidity, they just keep losing their money. But yeah, so just to summarize this, Base understands who they're dealing with, and they're trying to make it as easy for them as humanly possible. Platforms like Binance, I mean, it's not impossible to understand Binance as a newbie. I'm not saying that, but if you're going to compare Coinbase to Binance, most newbies, most rookies in the crypto space are gonna choose Coinbase because it's very easy to understand. So yeah, that's why I believe the inflows will be the greatest in the Coinbase and Base atmosphere and ecosystem, and Binance will take a little back foot on that front, right? And I think that's all I got. If there's no other, but yeah, I have another slide. And how I think you should approach this bull run is do the same as Coinbase does. Simply understand the normies and understand how they operate. Understand your target audience, understand who you're going to sell to. You have to understand, for you to make money, someone else has to lose money. So you gotta understand and ask yourself, who am I selling to at the peak of the bull run? You're not gonna sell to smart money, because they're gonna sell to the stupid money, the dumb money, and they're gonna make a bunch of money. They're gonna get even richer. You have to sell to the normies, the people that do not understand crypto, that do not understand how the market cycles work with the bull runs and the bear runs, or the bear markets, right? And I remember my first bull run, which was the last bull run, the 2020-2021 bull run. I thought that if you just hold Bitcoin and Ethereum forever, like throughout this entire bull run and all the other months and years to come, the prices will increase over time, which is true. It is true. If you hold Ethereum and Bitcoin forever, over let's say 5 to 10 years, it's going to increase in value. It's just going to keep increasing. If you look at the larger scale, right? However, the path there is not linear. It doesn't just go up, right? It goes up, it goes down, up, down. And I never anticipated a dip in Ethereum and Bitcoin. I thought it was just going to keep going up forever. So that's why I held. I didn't hold with the knowledge of knowing that over the longer run, it will go up. I held with the thought, or I thought like it would just keep going up linearly, in a linear fashion. But that's not how crypto works. It's not stocks. Stocks go up in that fashion. But even stocks have their corrections. But crypto, I didn't understand that. I thought it was just going to keep going up. Considering how fast Bitcoin was going up at that stage, right? How fast we went from 20K to 30K, up until 40, 50, then almost 70K at the peak of the 2021 bull run. So I thought that was going to keep going. And a lot of these normies think the same. So they never end up selling. You have to know approximately when the peak is, and that's when you sell. And the way you can determine when you're at the peak of the bull run is when everyone talks about crypto. When you read about crypto in the news, you hear about crypto from normies at your job or whatever, your friends that aren't even in the space, they talk about crypto as if they understand it, as if they're a professional investor. Whenever these people enter the market, that's when you know, okay, things are going to get a bit shaky over here. I probably should take most of my profits. You may hold on to some positions still, but take most of your profits because it's probably going to reach the end of the bull run at that stage, or approximately during the coming weeks or a couple of months, it's going to reach a bottom or start going towards a bottom. And I think most market participants, they focus on the wrong sectors. I think when you're new to crypto, you think the normies care about a new and emerging technology. You think they're going to care about these AI projects or this new groundbreaking crypto technology, this new bridging tool you've never seen before, like being able to bridge, let's say, Bitcoin to Solana, which I think there is a project doing that right now. It's called Zeus. And this is the thing about the normies. They don't understand any of those things. You should focus on what the normies like. And that's most of the time, it's memes. They love the memes, man. They love the memes. And that's most often the coins that end up pumping the most, the tokens that end up pumping the most. It's memes. They don't know, they don't understand anything about new and emerging technology. They don't get any of that shit. It's a foreign concept to them. They can relate to memes, but they can't relate to bridging tools or this blockchain scalable L2, like this fast scalable L2 on Ethereum or whatever. They don't understand that. They don't know what an L2 is. They don't know what an L1 is. They don't know any of that shit. What they know is memes. Look at market sentiment. Look at what the normies actually relate to. Focus on that. And then think about like major news as well. For instance, we have the presidential election coming up in I think it's November. I'm not entirely sure. And coins you should focus on, or tokens you should focus on, right now and buy cheap right now and just hold are, meme coins that are centered around the presidential election. I think Geo Bowden on Sol is going to do extremely well. And I think like MAGA on Ethereum is going to do well. It's already done well, but I think it's going to do even better. I don't know what the main Trump coins are. I think Geo Bowden is the main Joe Biden coin, but I don't know what the main Trump coins are. I think it's MAGA on Ethereum. I currently hold MABA on Base because I'm not trading on Ethereum right now. But I think all of these tokens are going to do fairly well up until the presidential election. But you're going to have a better chance of succeeding in the bull run with the most relevant Trump coins and Joe Biden coins. So look at market sentiment, look at what the normies can relate to, and look at like major market news, major world news as well. So not just like, don't just get stuck up on crypto, but also look at the world and what's going on. Because yeah, again, the presidential election will make a lot of people a lot of money in crypto. So yeah, and we have completely different players compared to the bear runs and the bull runs. Completely different players. The players in the bear markets are smart players. These players mostly focus on new and emerging technology, promising projects and stuff like that. Whereas the bull runs, none of that is important because the exit liquidity, they don't understand any of those things. They understand what memes are. So you need to get to their level. As my last point says, lower your IQ. You have to get a little bit dumber. Especially if you know more about crypto, you've been preparing during the bear market. Maybe you haven't had a successful bull run in the past. You just started during the last bear market and you've been building up your knowledge and stuff like that. You have to understand that making money in the bull run is far easier, 100,000 times easier than making money in the bear markets, right? And you have to understand that most people will make money, but very few will actually keep it and take profits. And what you need to do is you need to lower your IQ. You need to think like your exit liquidity. What will they buy during the bull run? Now you have the chance to buy very cheap because they're not here yet. They haven't come in yet. Some of them have, but not the majority. So now you have a chance to think about what they will buy and buy cheap so that when they enter, they will buy at a higher price. They will pump the price up because they will come in with a lot of volume, and then you'll be able to sell to them and make a bunch of money. And that's what you want. So think differently during this bull run. It's completely different than to the bear market. It's a completely different market with completely different players. So don't get it twisted. But yeah, just to finish this off, please, don't get greedy at the end of the bull run. If you've made solid profits and you anticipate that we're reaching somewhere near the end of the bull run, you will never, ever, ever be able to time in the bull run's end perfectly. No one does that. There's very few people who are actually able to time the market in perfectly. You're not going to be able to do that. So don't try to do it. If you've made significant profits, and we're somewhere in 2025, because I anticipate this bull run is going to go into 2025 as well, but you never know. It may be cut short because of the ETFs and the already large volume in the markets. You never know. May cut even earlier than that, before the end of 2024. We don't know. But when you anticipate that it may be the peak, you hear everyone talking about it, you hear influencers speaking about crypto, because when influencers enter the market, that's when you know things are happening. When influencers are promoting their own projects to show you their coins and pump and dump on you, that's when you know you have a peak at your hands. And you may want to take profits, because if you get greedy and keep holding during this, this hype in the market, you may lose everything. Please don't do that. Most people, they make a lot of money, but they don't know when to take profits. But yeah, this is why I think Base will do the best out of all blockchains and out of all exchanges. And Base just understands their exit liquidity more than anyone. And you should too. Because if you understand them, if you get to their level and kind of lower your IQ and you know how they work and you understand them, you're going to make a lot of money, just as long as you know when to sell. But yeah, that's it from me guys today, and as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.